Hello, hi, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, I'm Kale. We actually make a documentary videos about a visit to mini zoo in Kuala Krai, Kelantan. So, first and foremost, there are several objectives we had achieved. There are, for the first one, is we have a list all the classifications of animals that are occur in mini zoo visited. And second, we could explain the related ecology subfield for each organism by its populations, community, and ecosystem. Last but not least, we also identify how come the predations, competitions, herbivory, and parasitism by their interactions. So that's all from me.
Hi, I'm Hadrin. I am taking a part in explaining the list of classification of animal in mini zoo we visited. First, we have the warm-blooded animals like mammals and birds. For example, we have the Malayan porcupine, scientifically known as Hystrix baculura. And from the birds category, we have sun kunura, also known as Aratingas sostitiales. Next, we have cold-blooded vertebrates like fish, reptiles, and amphibians. We have the lampam Jawa fish, also known as Barabonimus gonionotus. For reptiles, we have the albino corn snake, also known as Paterophis gotadus. Lastly, we have a cocoon horned frog, also known as Ceratrophy carnwelli.
Assalamualaikum. As for my part in the video, I will be talking about the second objective of our research, which we can see in the previous slide, is about the relation of ecology by its subfield, and this is based on our research or analysis that we have gone to the zoo in the past days. So if I have a chance to talk about one animal, I will talk about the black swan. The scientific name is Cygnus atratus. A little bit about the black swan is a really beautiful bird, and it's not a rare animal because mostly in most eco parks around the world we can find it in most eco parks. And what does the black swan symbolize as? It symbolizes as the elegance and grace because of its color and because of its characteristic, because it is very different from the white swan. Yes, we heard like the black swan and white swan almost the same but only different color. No, because black swan have a very different character from the white swan, and also they live in different habitats, and they differ in size. So about the lifespan of the black swan, which is my focus of the speech, it can go to 40 years of living, and mostly we can call it commonly found in the American states or in Asian states like Japan. And sadly to say, the population is in danger due to its attraction, mostly among dream book compliers. This is a very sad story we heard about the black swan. Even though it is not it is not at the verge of extinction, but we need to take care of the animal because we have a long future, so we can see the animal stay for the long of the future. And because this animal is not an invasive population, normal people, we need to save this animal for further generation studies and to maintain the ecosystem that we have in our nation. And I think that's all from me. Assalamualaikum.
Hi, I'm Fee. So for the last objectives is about the interaction between biotic components. Let's talk about predation and competition. Understand that predation for such as yellow owl, as known as ketupat ketupu, that as a predator to a mouse. Their silent flight and acute hearing allow them to locate and swoop down on unsuspecting mice with precision, making them formidable hunters in the night. We also have a reptilian group, for example, albino corn snake, as known as Pterophyes guttatus guttatus. These reptiles is non-venomous and suitable for children. Other than that, we have competition. Competition in habitat refer to the struggle between organisms for vital resources like food, water, space, and mates. It's a fundamental ecological process that can drive naturally selection, population dynamics, and the distribution of species within an ecosystem.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. I am Hasib. I will be continue from Wafi's part where I will explaining more about who and what is herbivory and parasitism by their interaction. As we know that grass is a primary consumer which will be eaten by herbivory animal. As example, Bali cow. It is also known as Bos javanicus. Like a cow ticks, as known as Cephalus microplus. It is actually a parasitism. Okay, so why we conclude it as a parasitism? It is because the ticks will be sucking the blood from the cow's body for its own benefits. Meanwhile, nothing in the return for the cow.
Hello, I'm back. So, what we are gonna talk about is the biotic organism that we are found in Minizu we visited lately is just three species that are found out in so big and so healthy trees. So for such an example is like Medang teja, is known as cinnamon inners. Second is Keledang dempone, as known as Artocarpus rigidus, and lastly is Merawan siput jantan. It is a Hopia odorata. So there are a few trees also we found, but this tree is the main big one I found it. So that's all for a biotic one. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, all in all, I am by happy. So we praise to God for giving us opportunity to complete our task and not to forget Dr. Farah guidelines. So before we end our session, let us recall back from our objective. First, we have completely list all the classification of animals. For instance, mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Second, we explain how come the relationship in ecology subfield for each organism by its populations and the community in the ecosystems. Lastly, we identify all types of interaction between biotic components like predation, competition, herbivory, and parasitism. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.